Sitting down to your morning coffee, turning on your home.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dita. So today is kind of a different video. I haven't really done a video like this before, but I still think it's an important topic to talk about. So I want you guys to settle in with some hot food or a hot drink. Just get comfy and cozy because today we are talking about anxiety. I've been dealing with really severe anxiety since October of last year. I just had a very stressful situation and it just kind of lasted for a while, as well as just an unfortunate living situation, which wasn't helping. Now that I've moved and I live with my boyfriend, I have my own space, a lot of my anxiety's gone away. However, I still experience pretty bad bouts of it, and it's really taught me that even if it seems like anxiety's gone away, sometimes it's still going to be there and you still need to remember what are the most effective ways to deal with it. I want to preface this by saying I am pretty obviously not a mental health expert or a doctor. I did not go to school for this. I am purely speaking from my own experience. So please just take these tips with a grain of salt. Now, of course, these tips that I'm going to give you are very personal to me. They may not work for you, and it's really important to try different things and figure out what works the best for you and your anxiety. So let's get into some of the tips. One of the things that I have found helps me a lot is getting lost in a task. So if I'm really anxious, doing something where I just get completely zoned in can really help, and it can distract me. But sometimes it can be really hard to do that because your brain is going so fast. So at the most basic level, I would recommend playing music, like putting your headphones in. Honestly, the best thing is put on music and dance around. If it's late at night, just putting in headphones and listening to music. Just listening to something that you can get lost in without kind of giving into the crazy thoughts in your brain. You could also do other things. Maybe there's an activity that you love, you have a passion, a hobby, or a really good TV show, like something that can kind of get you out of your head and that you can get lost in the activity of doing. My second tip is hugs. So getting a hug from someone, cuddling with your loved one, or if you don't have a loved one or you're alone, getting like a pillow and putting it between your legs and between your arms and hugging that, and then like laying on a heating pad and just being warm and cozy. Like sometimes that can really help calm you down, especially if your anxiety is from feeling lonely or feeling not safe. And it can also help you fall asleep faster, which sometimes when I have anxiety, I can't fall asleep. So just getting warm and comfy and having something to hold or being held can sometimes help with my anxiety. Maybe your anxiety is less like frantic, emotional, and maybe it's more stress related. I have experienced a lot of this. I took on a lot when I was in school, and I just would lose my mind sometimes. I'd feel like I had a million to-do lists running through my brain. So if you are experiencing anxiety that's a little bit more linked to what you have to do, if it's more stress related or to a project or homework, stuff like that, a good old brain dump is the best way to do it. So you just take a sheet of paper, a page in a notebook, a spread in your bullet journal, and you just write brain dump at the top of it. And then you just write out every single thing that's in your brain. Some people do mind maps, which is where you write mind map, brain dump in the center, draw a circle around it, and then you connect little lines to all the different things. I don't need to be that visual. I just make a list, and I just make a really long list. I fill up the page, and you can just get it out of your brain. And then if you want, you can go through it, you can sort it, go, okay, so this falls under this category. This I don't need to do at all. This I can give to someone else. If getting out of your brain can help you see it more objectively and then move it somewhere else, maybe you don't need to be the one to deal with it, then it's a really good tool for doing that. And I have found when it's more stress related or project related anxiety, this really helps me because it's literally getting everything out of my head, forcing me to get out of my head and just see what I have to do. And then I can mark it off with a highlighter when it's done because it's on a list. I can scratch it out because it doesn't need to be done. I can move it to a different list because it's supposed to be for someone else or it's a different category. Like it helps me be able to physically manipulate the stuff that was in my head. Now, of course, not all these things work for me 100% of the time. I'm also notoriously bad at remembering to do things that I know will help me when I'm feeling terrible. I actually didn't even talk about the stuff that I know helps me in this video because I talked about the things that I do. So those 3 things: getting lost in a single task, feeling warm and comforted, and doing brain dumps. Those are the 3 things that I will do without thinking too much about it that do help. The other things that I know help me when I'm feeling anxious or having a bad day is exercise, yoga, drinking a ton more water, getting outside, reading a book, getting off my phone. These are things that I pretty much almost certainly never do when I'm anxious or I feel bad, and that's something that I struggle with. So those are other good things that you can try to make yourself feel better, because let me tell you, they do it. However, I find that those are the things that take the most activation power and motivation to do, and I almost certainly never choose to do them for whatever reason. But the 3 things that I did outline in this video are the things that I do, and the things that I know help, and the things that just make sense for me to do and don't take too much friction to get there, and then I feel a little bit better, and then maybe I can move on to something else. But with anxiety and most mental disorders, like, you really need to figure out what takes the least amount of friction that will make you feel better, and choose that. It can be as easy as putting on your shoes. You don't even have to go outside for a walk. Just something that will make you feel like you have your life together and make you feel less anxious. And it's really hard to figure that out, and it's very personal. But hopefully some of the stuff that I outlined in this video will help you. That's all that I have for today. I will continue making videos on this topic, especially because I would like to learn more about it outside of myself, and do some actual research, maybe take some lessons and courses on it so that I have some more scientific and studied stuff to talk about, not just my experience. If you found this video helpful or interesting and you want to see more of them like it, please give this video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, and it also lets me know that you guys are interested in seeing this. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Okay, bye!